Family, friends from Goshen, Indiana, Elkhart, and the surround. You are at the Goshen Chronicles today with Tristan Swinehart from Pax Duo. Welcome to the Goshen Chronicles.
Thank you for having me. Very excited.
It's a pleasure. There's going to be a concert. Let's go right to it.
Yep.
Concert. Maple City Community Orchestra will be
Yep.
playing at the Sutter Hall in Goshen College, and this is their 25th season with the community. And we were just talking about Maple City Community Orchestra. What a wonderful community project that is. It's amazing. I was telling you, I'm from Mexico City, and to see community members volunteering their time, musicians at different levels, because some of them are very professional people, former teachers. Some of them are just fanatics of music, but they come together and they practice and they give free concerts to the community.
Yeah, it's a really cool idea. You have teachers, professionals, and even students in the same orchestra in the same community playing for their own community. It's a really cool thing that exists.
Before we came on air, you were telling me about how you met Micah, which is the other partner in Pax Duo.
Yes. Yep.
And I think it's very reflective of what happens in Maple City Community Orchestra, because there are students that can join with, high level musicians, and they can learn, absorb all that, good talent, and get instructed in, music in a serious manner. But tell us a little bit about Pax Duo, how it started.
Yeah. So the idea was to do one concert at Goshen College in the late summer, early fall of 2020. And it was going to be a fundraiser. We were going to save all of the money and donate it back, I believe, back to Goshen College percussion department.
Oh, very good.
And that, 2020, everything was canceled. We didn't get to play it. It was a big bummer, but it was like, okay, we'll do it next year. And then, of course, throughout that year, we didn't get to perform at any capacity, really.
Sure.
I was in college at the time on the East Coast. I went to Eastman School of Music in Rochester, New York.
Oh, wow, very good.
And we did concerts to empty halls. It was just live streamed. And by almost a year of doing that, it's just a bummer, not to play for an audience. So as soon as we were able, we started playing for live audiences. And instead of doing one show, we're like, if we're going to do this, why don't we just book a few? So we booked a few. We went to some universities and played for a couple colleges, and then started booking more shows, and we came up with a name. And then our friend Olivia, who's a designer, designed us a really awesome logo, and then built a website, and then just slowly started building it. And then we realized, we're just doing this thing now. So it kind of just happened really organically, which is kind of fun.
That's amazing. You were telling me that you grew up here in Goshen. Tell us a little bit of your background in the Goshen area.
So I was born in Goshen Hospital.
Oh, wow.
So just right off the bat, started here. Went to preschool, CCYC is what it was called, I believe. And that was at the Goshen College campus.
Okay.
And then grew up originally in Leesburg, then moved here for first grade, which is just, Leesburg's not too far away.
Yeah.
And then I went to Northridge High School, Middlebury Community Schools from first all the way through 12th grade. My mom is still a math teacher at Goshen High School.
Oh, wow.
And was really involved in 4-H, which is, the fair grounds here in Goshen, and just always did stuff in Goshen, like my whole life. And then from being literally born in Goshen until I graduated, and then went to school in Rochester, New York. All of that happening in Goshen. So every time I get to come back and play, it's kind of extra special. It feels like a hometown show to me, because I get to see friends and family in the audience.
And what part of this did you meet Micah in high school?
Yeah, so I met him in 8th grade marching band.
Okay.
And the show of that, the name of the show, the marching band show, was Et in Terra Pax. So we took the word Pax and then called it Pax Duo.
Bingo.
Which Pax or Pax, depending how you pronounce it, is Latin for peace, which we just kind of thought was neat. We liked that. So I met him. He was the percussion technician, which just means the extra percussion teacher for the marching band. And we got along, and started taking lessons with him. He's like, you need to be in lessons. He convinced me. So I think he was always convincing my parents because they would help out and be like, you need to get Tristan in lessons. So I studied with him from 8th grade all the way until my senior year of high school.
Wow.
And then I graduated. So 5 years. And then we just stayed in contact, stayed in touch when I was in college. And then the duo kind of started happening. So it's really cool I think for a lot of students, the idea of being able to perform with your teacher is really exciting.
Yes.
So as him being my former teacher, I get to do that all the time now, which is really cool.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I got to say, I had the opportunity to sit in one of your concerts here at the Goshen Theater, and that was amazing. I mean, the complexity, not just the musicality of it, but you had lights, and it seemed like everything was just coordinated to the beat.
What's cool about the lighting show, and that's just a snippet, that's probably about less than half of what you got to see, a little taste of that.
Oh.
That lighting show. So we're playing, our show Bloom is about 50 some minutes of continuous music. So we walk on stage.
Wow.
We play the entire show. There's some music that connects the pieces that are played through speakers, and the lighting is also continuous. And that was designed by Micah. So that's his job in the duo, is taking care of the gear and the lighting. So he built and designed those props. And then we have this big projector that just projection maps. So it's one projector, and we just tell it where all the props are. Well, Micah does that as we're setting up. And sometimes like there'll be a click in our ear, so we know exactly when to go boom, and then the lights go on. It just kind of brings an extra level of accessibility, I think, to percussion music. So
wow, that's amazing. Tell us the different instruments that you guys play during the concerts, because I mean, I know one of them is a xylophone. It looks like a marimba. I'm more familiar with marimbas,
right? Yeah,
from Mexico. But tell us a little bit more of the instruments.
So for Saturday, for example, this coming Saturday when we're playing the concerto with the Maple City Community Orchestra, we're playing. One of the movements is 2 marimbas, like you were saying, which are just big xylophones. You hit them with a yarn mallet, a nice, soft, warm sound. And there's different hardnesses and softnesses of that sound, of that mallet. So we mix those up throughout the show. And then these log drums, which are just these big boxes with cuts in them. It sounds almost like a marimba. So that's the third movement. The second movement that we're playing those marimbas, we're playing a bunch of drums. There's this big drummy cadenza. Wood blocks, literally just blocks of wood. They make cool sounds. Vibraphones, which are metal xylophones. You hit the bar and it just rings on forever. So we have a pedal. So we also play it with our feet, so we control how long it rings. Cool.
I didn't see that part.
Yeah. It's an extra layer of difficulty with that one sometimes because of the foot pedal. Crotales, which are these little cymbals, about depends on the shape, a couple inches to a few inches, and they're pitched, so you hit them and it sounds almost like a glockenspiel, like a little metal xylophone. It's an instrument, but they're technically cymbals, and I have to play a bunch of those. I get to play a bunch of those, which is exciting. And then cymbals and all the other stuff. So all of the range of percussion instruments that you can think of, we're probably playing on Saturday.
Amazing. What is the piece that you will be performing with Maple City?
So we're performing the Leshnoff Concerto for 2 percussionists.
Okay.
And a concerto is just it's just a name for when usually a soloist or sometimes a duo is playing and there's a whole orchestra playing behind them. So we're playing with the orchestra, but we're at the front of the stage, and our parts are oftentimes the main part musically. Sometimes we're also just playing some sounds, highlighting what they're doing, but they're mostly there. The idea of the concerto is the orchestra is mostly there to support us, which is kind of fun. And then they do a whole other concert without us, and that'll be really good too.
Amazing. I want to remind our audience, this concert is this Saturday at the Sutter Hall at 7:30 p.m. And this is a special concert as the Maple City Community Orchestra is celebrating their 25th season. And I believe the founding director will be coming as well to participate. So it's going to be a special event that you cannot miss. It is a free concert. However, donations are accepted. And we had Tori Petrak, the musical director here, and also had Nayo Ulloa, which I was there at the event last year with the Machu Picchu concert, which was phenomenal. And I'm sure that with Pax Duo, I can't wait to be there. This is going to be amazing.
Mike and I are both really excited for this weekend.
That's really good. Yeah. So again, we want to remind you to not miss this concert. Pax Duo in itself is a great duo. I got to see them at the Goshen Theater last year, and Maple City Community Orchestra. What can we say? They're doing an amazing work. Remember, they are volunteers from our community, volunteering their time and providing free concerts to the whole community. And would you send an invitation to our audience?
Yeah. Come Saturday, 7:30. It's free. Can't beat it. Or if you missed that and you want to see Pax Duo, May 19th, the downtown Goshen Theater, just right through those walls, I believe.
Right, actually,
Yeah.
yes.
So our neighbors.
Amazing. You have a social media, I'm assuming, yes?
Yep. Pax Duo at Pax Duo Instagram. Look us up, Pax Duo, PX Duo on Facebook or paxduo.com online. Easy to find us.
Excellent. Well, Tristan, thank you so much for
Thank you.
coming. This
Thanks
is
for having
an
me.
amazing project, concert. I'll be there.
Sweet.
And I hope that our audience join us there for that concert this Saturday at the Sutter Hall in Goshen College, 7:30 p.m. It's a free concert again. Donations are welcome. Celebrating the 25th season of Maple City Community Orchestra. And thank you, Maple City community members, for doing this for 25 years. And some of you have been there all this time. We really appreciate it. It makes a difference in the life, the quality of life that we have here in Goshen. And we'll see you this Saturday. I am Miguel Santiago, today with Tristan Swinehart.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the Goshen Chronicles. Don't forget to share, subscribe, and like. And we'll see you next time. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you. That was so fun.